In this video, I'd like to talk a little bit about camera angles. So today I'm using Zoom and I've got a little sort of oblong webcam above my monitor here, which is a reasonable position for the camera to be in. As I'm sat in my office chair here, my eye line is slightly raised, which in an ideal world, it would be great to have the camera absolutely on the level of my eye line. But I think we have to be realistic with these things. We don't all have the optimum arrangement where we're working, so we can only try and get this as good as possible. But definitely try to avoid these dreadful camera angles that we've all seen on the news during the pandemic, where people were working from home with the camera pointing up their nose. It really isn't flattering for anybody at all, so definitely something worth avoiding. And there's very easy ways to solve that problem. You might want to just put your laptop on a stack of books if you're using a built-in webcam, or if you've got, like I have here, this sort of type of tablet where it's got a webcam built in. Just things like this tablet stand that I got, well worth the investment on this. There's also another point that I want to make, which is to do with kind of where you're positioned within the camera angle. I hadn't realised until I started doing some more videos like this, just how wide an angle you sometimes need to actually show what you want to. So, for instance, if I wanted to demonstrate something with my hands, I've actually got to lift them up quite high at the angle that we're at here. So, for instance, when I picked up the stand for the tablet, I've had to bring it right up here, whereas more naturally I would hold my hands about where they are now, but of course they're not in the shot and you can't see them. So I think if you're wanting to demonstrate a particular thing, maybe for teaching or in a talk, it's well worth having a practice run and recording a little bit of it beforehand so you can see what happens. I mean, for instance, if I were to get up now, I can only, because of where my desk is, move about as far away. Well, I can go a little bit further back. I can get to about here. But the reality is that actually you now can't see my head, which does look, a trifle strange. So it really is well worth taking the time to just have a look and see what happens when you do things as simple as standing up and just checking that actually, like I say, you're in the shot and that everything you want to demonstrate is in the shot.